We will try again. Hi, Linda. So maybe YouTube will catch up with us. 2 blocks, a strap, a blanket. Again, the first 30 minutes will be a standing series, get ourselves strong, clear, ready. Second 30 minutes will deepen what we have going, and then the last 30 minutes will be nabhi kriya. Evan, could I have the... And we'll go from there. So start out by finding hands and knees. It's paired to you. And on hands and knees, finding a cat-cow. Heels of your hands just ahead of the heads of your shoulders. Rounding your back, tucking your chin, spreading the upper back. Hips move side to side. And then releasing the heart forward. Exhale to round. Inhale to open. Taking your time here. Bringing the base of your thumbs down into the floor. The base of your first fingers down into the floor. Moving from the hips so that as you round, you roll through the spine. The head is last. And as it makes some space, let it make a little pace to open and close for 4, 3, and 2. Good. Take it with you. Round your back, widen your knees, toes together, hips to your heels. Settle in. Inhale to hands and knees, tuck your toes, exhale, down dog. We'll move through that flow. Keep it simple and steady, hands and knees. And to child. Rise. To tuck toes, to press back. So it's less about the posture and it's more about finding the way in which we move from place to place. That if we can open the transitions, if we can find grace in how we move from one place to another, we take that grace with us. If we are content and clear in our car, then when we arrive at our destination, we bring that clarity to whoever or whatever it may be we've gone to see. We will add our ohms. So we'll inhale at hands and knees and we'll exhale into child using an om. Hands, knees, down dog. Inhale, hands, knees, to sound. Hands, knees, down dog. One more cycle just this way. Hands, knees, breathing in. And rising. Take your blocks. Set both blocks underneath your left hand. Turn your left toes out, put your right foot flat, take your right hand overhead. So you have plenty of space under your left shoulder. Bend your right elbow, bend your right knee. They meet. Inhale, open. Foot to the floor, hand extends. Exhaling in and inhaling, open. So we find a simple gesture And then we allow that gesture to be maintained. And we allow the maintained gesture to start to change us. Opening and closing for 3. Good. For 2. Keep your foot to the floor. Turn your left toes a little closer to the block. Let your hips open, your heart high. Now only the elbow to the rib. Exhale, looking down, right to the back of your ear. And then reaching up. Exhale, elbow to rib, look down, turn the chin, and then look up. Good, one more time, turning the chin, the elbow to the rib, and look up. Press your left toes down beneath you, turn the pelvis, open the chest, open your right hand. Hips forward, heart high. And looking down, changing sides. Bring your blocks to the right side. Left foot to the floor. Left hand comes up and over. Good. Right toes are tucked under beneath you. Elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Exhale in. So this repetition is a chance for us to grow a little more familiar with the movement. Ha. Again, letting the transitions open. So that if we can create a current, an alignment, then when we pause, the pause is alive. 3, 2, 1. Foot to the floor, hand over head. Pivot your right foot closer to the blocks. Send your right hip forward, stand in the left foot, blossoming. Left elbow to rib, make a fist, look down. Release your hand, reach overhead, look up, spin. Exhale, elbow to wrist, look down. Inhale, reach up, look up. One more, feeling it all the way down into the bowl of your pelvis. Stand in the outer left foot, pausing. 3. Allowing yourself to be changed. Pelvis, broaden from right hip to left. Lengthen, pubic bone to throat. Soften the eyes and the lips and the jaw. And bringing it down, setting 2 blocks up at the front. Downward facing dog. Hips up and high, press back. Inhale, pull to a high plank, looking forward. Bend of the knees, pull on the balls of your feet, press back. Pressing out into a plank, pulling back into knees. Inhaling and exhaling. Press down into the base of your thumbs. Move with an intention to move like you mean it. 3, 2, 1. Pedal out your feet, turn the chin, making a little circulation, making a little momentum. Step your right foot up between your hands, right hand to your right thigh, left knee to the floor, left hand high. Good. Drop your left hand and bring your hips back over the left knee. And this is all. Begin to let your left hand up and down. Hips forward and back. As you move, press the left toes down into the floor beneath you. Use your front heel to draw you forward and back. Let the left arm be long and heavy and flush out from the foot to the knee, to the heart, to the hand. And then stay tall. Edge your right hand high. Interlace your fingers, pressing up. Straightening your leg. Press up into the hand. I'm directly over my left knee. Good. Hands widen and interlace behind your back. Knuckles down. Chest broad, forward and back. Inhale, forward, lift your hands. And back, hands down, tuck at the chin. And forward. Last time. Hands down, tuck at the chin. As you bend your right knee, lift your hands, lift your heart, lift your left knee. Stay. 3, Arms are straight, knuckles back towards your left heel. 2. Hands high, float, palms face each other. And set down. Step back, downward facing dog. Pressing the left hand down, the left side opens, the left hip high, the left heel back. Soften your right knee straight. 2. And your left foot steps between your hands, your right knee coming down. Left hand on your left thigh. Reaching your right hand high. And sweep, drop down. Inhale, open. So you're allowing your hips to move forward and back. You're pressing your right toes down into the floor. You're feeling space through the right shoulder, up into the fingertips. Let your right arm be heavy and free. Go one more time. Right hand stays high, left hand joins it. Interlace your fingers, pressing up. Bring your right hip over your right knee. Pause, press your right toes down, send your right hip forward, open your thigh, your chest, your hands. And then sweeping wide, hands go wide, interlace your fingers, knuckles down, left knee bends, heart forward. Good. Bending your front knee, tuck of the chin, hands are low. Bend the left knee, lift your hands, lead with your heart. And come back, tuck of the chin, heart back. And then heart forward. Heart back, tuck of the chin, right hip opens. And heart forward, stay. Right toes are tucked under, lift off. Strong in the right leg, strong in the heart, strong in the gaze. Your right thigh lifting, opening the front of the right hip, the right chest, and hands high, stay 3. Letting energy move from your feet, through the legs, up all the way to the fingertips. And then knee to the floor, step back, down dog, taking your time. Anchor into the right side body, the right side hand, heel of the hand, base of the knuckles, through the right shoulder and outer right ribs. Right heel back, right hip high, left knee soft. Stay 3. Stay 2. Stay 1. Good. Knees wide, toes together. Just for a moment, stepping back. Walk both hands, a big step to the right. Left palm to the floor, left ribs open, left hip back. Drop your head. So you're in child's pose and you've stepped both hands far as you can to the right side. Left hand is heavy. Left elbow is heavy. Left shoulder is heavy. Left hip drops. And you feel the whole left side of your spine has a chance to lengthen and open. And then to the center. And walk to the other side. Big step to the left. Right hand down. Right elbow falls. Right shoulder drops. Right hip back. Drop your head. Breathing into the right side lung, the right side rib. Softening your face. Close your eyes for 3 long breaths. Drop your head. Walking into the center, find your downward facing dog. Just feeling the surfaces opening, the planes, the outer edges of your shoulders, outer edges of your hips. Walk your left foot towards the center line. your right foot to meet it. So both feet closer together. And let your left heel rise up high. A bend in the knees, a bend in the elbows, and press them out straight. A bend in the left knee, in the right knee, in the elbows. Wrap your elbows in and press yourself straight, arms, legs. One more. Bend your left knee, bend your right knee, bend your elbows. Press it out. Stay. Step your left foot up. Put both blocks inside the front foot. And sweep your right hand back. Warrior two, setting yourself up. We know this flow. Hands up high, inhaling. Exhale, bend your left knee. Take your left knee towards your little toe. We'll do two more. Inhaling up. Everything in sets of 3 and down. Inhale, rising. Exhale, settle. Stand in your right heel behind you. In your left heel in front of you. Inhale as if you stood up. And then exhale further down into your feet. Broadening your chest, dropping your shoulders, reaching to the fingertips. Bending your left elbow to thigh, right hand overhead. Good. And we'll return. So going back to warrior two. Inhale, reach back, straighten the left leg. Exhale, warrior two, let it move. Inhale, reach over. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach over. Exhale, warrior two. Keeping the hips low and strong. Reach back, inhale. Last one. So elbow to thigh, stay. And just as we did on the blocks, right hand makes a fist, elbow to rib, look down. Inhale, reach out overhead. Exhale, look down, elbow back. Inhale, extend your arm. Last time, elbow, bring it down. And then reaching all the way overhead, left hand to find the block, stay. Bending your left kneecap as though to set it on the wall ahead. Stand in the center of your right heel. Allowing the hips to drop and widen. Turn of the chin to the right armpit. Look down, right hand back. Warrior two to stand. Shift the blocks over to the right foot. And turn both heels back, both toes forward. You're facing the right side of the mat. Make a big bowl with the arms. Draw your heels in and your knees bend. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhaling, exhaling. As you bend your knees, take your knees back towards the pinky edge of your toes. Let it be as large and as loose as you like. Shake out the hands, deepen the breath. All the way out. We're going to make little pulses. Let it get a little intense. Let it get a little bit warmer, a little bit brighter. Know that it is moving through you, not at you. For 2, for 1, warrior two. Left heel to the floor. Right knee bends, open it up. Now inhale, take it with you, lifting up. Feel that you're building internally. Exhale, bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend. There's a little more juice. There's a little more prana. Inhale, up, and exhale, warrior two, stay. Breathing in as if you stood up. Exhaling, settle. Let it run through you. Let yourself be steady and strong. Right elbow to thigh, rinse it out, let it move. Reaching over the top. And then warrior two, exhale, bending the right knee. Inhale, straighten the right knee, take it back. When we move, exhale, settle. Inhale, over. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Each movement made to create opening, to create length, to create stability. And warrior two. Last reach, go back. Keep all the length you've made, warrior two. Elbow to thigh, reach over, anchor into your feet. Left hand makes a fist, elbow to thigh. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, open. Exhaling. This time, if you choose, right hand resting on the blocks, left hand overhead. 40% of your weight in your right hand, if you're on the blocks, will give you a little more levity out of your feet. A little less weight in the hips so that the knee can come forward toward the right little toe. Good. Left hand back. Sit your heels down, stand up tall. Make a bowl. Sit, rise, sit, rise. 5, 4, shake it out, let it get bigger. 3, make little pulses, down and down and down. Out the hands, out the breath, make sound if it's needed, if it's useful. 3, 2, warrior 2, go wide. Right heel back. Good. Straightening the front leg, inhale. Exhale, bringing it back. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Last time, inhale up. And exhale. Let it run through you, be steady. There's an effort, there is an intensity, there's a light. Keep opening rather than gripping. And elbow to thigh and reach up over. Good. Warrior 2. As you reverse, we'll bring the blocks from the back foot to the front foot. And come through warrior 2. Elbow to thigh, inhale over. And exhale. Inhale, reverse. So it may get a little bit noisy in the hips or in the legs or in the head. And we're using the movement of the body to let that noise through. To know that we're here as a vessel of clarity. And that the noise is allowed out. It's also allowed in. That we can reside in something larger. Stay elbow to thigh. And inhale, open. Elbow down, chin down. Look up, reach up. One more, we go. As you reach overhead, stay here or left hand to the block. Press down into the block so that the front foot is nearly weightless. From the left shoulder to the left hand, down. From the right shoulder to the right fingers, open. Bend your left knee, float in the pose. Good. And now looking down, right hand down, drop your right knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Blocks just up a bit. Arms long, heart long, head down. Left hand down, left hip high. Feel that the left side may have a little more space, a little more opening than the right. Good. Good. Stepping the left foot up. Pivot on your feet. Set your blocks to the right. And turn your toes to the center. I know, I hear you. Here we go. Dropping in, dropping out. Out the hands. It can be very small. 3, 2. I'm going to bring it into little pulses, little pulses. It can be high. Out the hands. Down in, maybe side to side. Find your way in. 3, 2. All the way we hold this inner channel of the leg. And warrior 2. Heel down, hands wide. Last set, last set. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, bending. Can you make this strength into grace? Can you become a little lighter in your attitude? Float. It doesn't have to be all out all the time. Stay. Stay. That as you make strength in the legs, as you anchor there, the navel opens, the chest floats. Elbow to thigh, grace, transition, reaching. And then return to warrior two, float, and reverse. Can I translate brute force into a blessing? And can I make that blessing manifest as a solidity, a stability, a reality floating back? That a blessing has all this power in it. It is not soft and floating and ethereal. It has power, as do you. Take it back. Warrior two, we are stable souls. Elbow to thigh, reaching overhead. You know where to go. Elbow to rib, look down. And reach out. And look down. And reach out. And a last time. So that as you reach out, right hand to the block, stack it up higher if you need to. Right hand to press down so that the right heel could float. So that the left heel is your anchor. That we could be blessed. The solidity of our own space. Hold that place. And left hand back. Take your blocks up to the top of the mat. Two hands down, step back. Right hand, right hip, right heel. Drop your head. So that our quiet has a strength, fortitude. Walk your feet to your hands, 2 feet. 2 fists fit between your feet. Our minds can be fast and strong and on fire. Get your strap. Stand tall. Pausing. And as we make this clarity in our limbs, double your strap over. Hold it behind you, the width of your hips. The width of your hips. We make our quiet stable. The stability of our quiet will hold our mind. Heels down, thighs back, heart high, knuckles down, lift your hands. Stay. Drop the backs of your legs down into your heels. Your shoulder blades towards your spine, your knuckles down, your arms a little straighter. Ribs come back, thighs go back. Front body rests on the back body. This will be where we stand. Bending your knees. Fold your ribs over your thighs. Lift your hands up overhead. Hit your heels down and your hips high. Drop your head, your hands coming overhead. Pause the beat. If you need to, widen your hands. But your strap is restraining your hands so that they cannot go further than your shoulder height. Keeps you safe. This will be our flow. Hands down to the hips. Lift your heart, lift your head. Inhale up. Bend your knees. Exhaling. Inhale, fold over, hips up, hands over. So this is inhale. Exhale, sit down, hands down. Let it move through you. Inhale up. So these flows become a pranic pump. Inhale, hips up, hands up. And exhale, sit down, heart up, stand up. And we're moving through the joints. Inhale, fold over. Sitting down. Inhaling up, moving through the breath. Sitting down a little quicker, folding over, hands overhead. One more, we go, rising tall. And sitting down. Folding over, pause. Hips up, heels down. A little side to side, so turning your chin and your ribs towards your right thigh and then towards the left thigh. Knees may be soft. Letting your hands and your shoulders open, letting the space of your upper back change. And then centering, hands down behind you, drop your seat, lift your heart, stand, pause, stand, pause. Feel that there's a shift, that there's a current, stand, pause. Let it move through you, thighs back, ribs back, heels down. Keep the strap in your right hand. Take your right hand all the way up over, bend your right elbow. Left hand holds your right elbow, go up into the elbow and go over to the left. Shift your hips to the right. So that you're opening from your right heel, through your right hip, through your right shoulder, through your right elbow, and come upright. Reach your left hand wide. Spin your left thumb to point down. And then the back of your left hand against your spine, hold the strap where you find it. Step your right foot back. Heart high. Good. Right hip wraps forward, soft in your front knee. And just fold. And fold. And fold. Widening your elbows apart. Lengthening your feet into the floor, letting the spine be long, the back of the neck be long. And then leading with your right elbow through the heart to stand up tall. We'll go 2 more. Inhaling up. Strong in the right leg. Exhaling to fold. Steady. All the way out through the right side spine. Inhaling up. Right elbow high. Lift the right thigh. Square the hips. And then folding. Good. Rising tall. Step your right foot up beside the left. Release the right hand. Left hand keeps the strap. Keep it behind you, and the right hand circles back for 3. From your right heel through your right hand, a great current of clarity. Coming up out of the hip, coming up out of the shoulder, right elbow, right hand, all the way through to stand tall. Good. Changing sides. Left hand high. Bending your left elbow, give the strap to your left hand, and the right hand holds the left elbow. Go down into the left heel, up into the elbow, and swing your hips to the left. Anchor your inner left heel, right? The outer heel is connected. Can you find your inner left heel to the floor? Square your hips, square your chest, all the way through the outer hips, hips left, hips left, hips left. So that when you come upright, that left hip comes right underneath you. Right hand goes wide, right thumb turns down, back of your hand to the spine. Holding the strap where you find it. Good. You'll step your left foot back, square the hips, square the chest, tuck of the chin, and begin to fold. Soft right knee, take your time, find your way in. The left hip will want to peel back, and you'll wrap it forward. The right hip wraps back, it squares the chest, your head is down, your neck is long. And the spine grows long, and we let it move. Inhaling up, lift from the back thigh, left hip forward, elbow high, and then fold the hinge of the hip. Right? They're not necessarily the most exciting postures, but what they're doing is they're creating incredible lines of intelligence and clarity. That these are the major lines through the feet, through the ribs, through the underarms. Stay. When these lines open and we stand clearly in ourselves, The world and all its vitality can move through us, and we are no longer separate. And rise tall. Step your left foot up beside your right. Right hand keeps the strap. Left hand, large reverse circles. Left heel is into the floor. And from the certainty of your legs, the left arm explores. Out the jaw, out the lips, out the hands. Feeling the difference, left side, right side, go 3. Ha. Go 2, good. Go 1, and down. Set the strap down. Interlace your fingers behind you, heart high. So with the knuckles down towards your heels, the thighs back, the ribs back, the chin in. These lines coming together. Lifting your knuckles, your thumbs, your hands away from your hips, chest broadens. Stay 3. This is the posture of the shoulders and the heart in bridge. So let your hips come a little forward and your heels a little down and your hands make a little more space in the chest. A standing bridge. And hands down. Release your hands and feel what you've made. So if that's your first 30 minutes, I know we went a little bit over, you can sit that down. You have worked the front body, the back body. You've created folds, inversions. You can open it up. And you will feel that current run through you. Give it 2-3 minutes on your back. Here we stand. Good. Left foot steps back. Take it a little bit bigger into the legs. Bringing your knee down. Remember this place where we went? Inhaling, heart high. Now we're going to roll the ribs towards the thighs, lifting the hands. Drop inside the front thigh as you can. And then lift your heart up and take your hips back. So it's where we were, but a little bit deeper. Bend your knee. Bring your ribs inside your thigh. Lift your hands as you can. Drop your head. We're going to go one more. Rising up, broaden the chest. If this is where you work, wonderful. Knuckles down. Softly bend the knees. Softly lean your heart forward. For more, lift your back knee off the floor. Strong in your legs. You've made strong legs. Reach inside. Lift your hands. Tuck your chin. And eventually you're reaching the crown of your head towards the floor for 3. Ha! Hands overhead. Open the chest and the back. Big bend in your right knee. And hands down. Step back. Down dog. Open the chest, wrap the outer shoulders back, left heel down, right heel so high. Bend your right knee. And straighten, press out, tuck your chin, reach. Bend both knees, bend both elbows. And straighten out. Bend only your right knee and reach your right heel towards the left side of the room. Bend your right knee toward the right. And then press your right heel towards the left. One more time. Bend your right knee towards the right. And then press into your heel and press towards the left. And lift your right heel, opening the hip. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Good. Bring your left knee to the floor. And fall. Your right knee falls open and come onto the outer edge of your right foot. The inner edge of your right foot lifts off. Add a block under your left hand and a block under your right hand. So the right knee is going right. You're on the outer edge of your right foot. You're opening through the outer hip and the inner thigh. Heart is coming forward. Work here or lift that back knee. And a little forward and a little back. A little forward and a little back. Work here, heart high, or bring your right foot flat, bringing it back in. Keep your heart high and bring your forearms down to the blocks. Palms together, hands in prayer, chest is broad. Lifting the left thigh away from the floor, left heel back, right knee forward. Chest is broad, heart comes forward. For 3, lift the left thigh, broaden the back. 2. Good. and left knee down to the floor. Put your left hand down on that left side block, reach up and around, and reach back. Bending the knee, this may be where you get to, fantastic. Another option is to take your strap and put a little hoop over your outer ankle, holding there. Or if you have the capacity, hold your outer ankle. Press with your ankle to open the right side chest. Bend your right side knee. Lifting the heart, slightly lift the chin and lift the gaze. Now widen your gaze. Press your left knee down into the blanket. Your left hand down to reach the right side ribs up and open the left side hip and thigh. Good. Bend your left knee. Bring it a little closer. Bring it a little closer. And release. 2 hands downward facing dog. Set your blocks forward. Set your strap aside. And press back. So we're finding these deep, simple releases. Right hand down, right hip high, right thigh back. Bringing it up, hands and knees, pivot your left foot to the left. The way we warmed up, but no block beneath you, right hand up and over, right foot flat. There's a place to work if you choose. Or bring your left outer foot in front of your right, stack and scissor your feet and spin. Press your left hand down and away, scissor your thighs, legs are strong. Good. And right elbow and down. Downward facing dog. Feeling the change. Right side, right pinky, right shoulder, right hip, right heel. Making our way deeper in through the layers of the leg, through the layers of the joints, into the tissues, into the organs. Left foot steps up. So you're outside the left hand. Your blocks are in front, easy reach. Your back toes are tucked under. Let your left knee fall open to the left. Fall open to the left. Letting the inner arch of your left foot come off the floor, heart forward. If you need to, you can place the blocks under your hands, a little bit of height. Using your upper arms, wrap your ribs forward. Work here or lifting off. Micro movements to allow your hips to change, your heart to come through. Good. Right knee to the floor if you lifted. Put the left foot flat to the floor. Heart comes forward. Lift your back knee. Bring your forearms to the floor. Palms together. Work where you can. Work where it's appropriate. Hug your left knee in. Lengthen the underside of your spine, the front of your spine. Lengthen the back of your neck, navel to spine, and take your right heel back and your left knee forward for 3. Broadening the shoulders for 2. Right knee to the floor. Right hand onto the block. Left hand high, revolve. Bend your right knee. Hand goes back if you need to. Make a strap around the ankle or hold your outer ankle. Press your ankle into your hand to open the left side chest. Let the right side hip and thigh, quadricep lengthening. Right hand down into the block, a little lift of the chest. Using these chest opener back bends to counter all of the work of nabhi kriya these 40 days. Leaning forward, looking forward, bring your foot in, a little more length through the top of the thigh for 3. For 2. And as you release, set the blocks forward. Downward facing dog. Left hand, left hip, left heel. Stay where you are. I turn so you can see my left side. Lift your left heel, bend your left knee, bend your right knee, bend your elbow, straighten it out, lengthen, rinse, realign, recalibrate. Bend your left knee. Bring your left knee towards the left side, and then press your heel towards the right side. A little bit of a twist in the base. Bend your left knee to the left. Bring your knee towards your shoulder, and then press your heel away to the right side. Bend your left knee to the left, press your left heel to the right, and straighten it out, lift it up. Hands and knees. Right hand stays down. If you need a block for some space, use the block. Right toes tip out to the right, and left hand high. So this is where we warmed. Left foot flat, a perfect place to stay. It's a little deeper without the block, your choice. Work here, or stack your right foot in front of your left, scissor your thighs, firm your legs, turn your hips, turn your heart, and stand in that left foot on the floor for 3. Press down as if you mean it. 2. Feeling all the left side body change. And left hand high, and hand downward facing dog. We meet there. Shaking out the head, the hands. Good. Walk your feet to your hands. And if you still have your blanket, heels onto the blanket, big bend in the knees, fingertips forward. You fit inside your knees into a deep squat. Palms together. Draw your thumbs to your heart, widen your elbows, and your upper arms are against your shins. So we'll reverse that, straighten in the arms, drop your seat, squeeze with your legs, tuck of your chin. And right your elbows back, lift your heart, use your inhale. Exhale, squeeze your knees together, squeeze your body, tuck your chin, hands out. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, squeeze the legs, press forward, 3. Inhale, draw back. And squeeze, tuck chin. 2. And back. Excellent. Elbows are back against your shins, fingertips to the floor. Lean a little bit forward, open the balls of your feet, deepen into your hips. So palms flat to the floor, elbows wide like little wings, and then wrap them in towards one another. Elbows in, hips up, elbows in, weight falls into the hands. Squeezing the legs in, the elbows in, lift one heel, maybe the other. You've made this shape. You've got all the parts and pieces that you need. Use your nabhi kriya, all those lifting and lowering of your legs. So the base of your thumb is down. Stay 3, stay 2, stay 1, feet down. Sit down, take your hands back. Pause. So the heart wants to fall. Let it fall, let it fall, let it fall, let it fall. Send it back. And a little shimmy of the shoulders. Broaden through the upper back. Lengthen your seat away from the back of your heart. And then tip of the hips, roll all the way up. We'll do it 3 times. Rounding, just like cat-cow. Fingers point forward. Pull with your hips. Pull with your hands. Lengthen between the hips and the heart. And then rise. And one more, rolling through. Rolling through. Rounding, tuck of the chin, opening under the shoulder blades, feet flat. And rise. Use your heels, use your hips, use your hands. Chest broad. Stay 3. It's opening through the palms of your hands all the way to your fingers. It's opening through the wrists, the forearms, the elbows, the collarbones, up into the mouth and up into the face. Walk your heels back and your hips up, just an inch. Rock forward, lift your heels, lift the heels of your hands, and then sink your heels, sink your hands, come an inch. Rock forward, lift your heels, lift the heels of your hands as you can, and rock back, lift your hips. Rock a little bit more forward, opening the hands, opening the feet, heels down, heart high, stay 3. Stand in your feet, inner heels, base of the big toes, stand in your hands, chest broad. You've made this shape, you're putting the pieces together, and you're allowing the body to receive the lines internally that can open. 3, good. 2, good. Set it down. Hips towards heels. Take a block and lie down. Feeling the front body, down the legs, across the chest, length of the belly. Any tenderness in your low back, take your hands down to the crease of your hips, press with the heels of your hands into the tops of your thighs. And let that make some length through the mid-back. Your heels go down, your hips come up, then we add the block. So start out with the block on its lowest setting. I have my blanket down. I have my block on my blanket. The reason for this will be that I'll bring my right foot back and turn my right toes under. As you can, right toes turn under. If not, you're on the ball of your foot and you're reaching your right knee forward. Your right hand can go overhead. And it's very simple. We're just going to stay for a moment. And you're allowing your right and your thigh to drop. You're letting your right ribs rise. Your knee forward, your foot down. For 3. For 2, softening any grip in the hip or in the glutes. And use your right hand, lift your right foot, free it up, foot flat, pause. Might be a little unusual, a little wacky, your body's a little uncertain of that. Adjust your block as needed, and take your left foot, draw it back. Tuck your toes so they point back towards your shoulders. You're on the top of your left foot, as you can. If you can't get your toes tucked under, keep your toes tucked like you're on your tiptoes, and let your left knee reach forward and your left hand overhead. Ideally, you're allowing the left knee to simply softly reside toward the front of the mat. No force anywhere. And it's little at a time. All the grip of the inner thigh, all the grip of the glutes. It's a tricky one to do online without being able to see you, but we'll give it a go. It's very, very, very repairing for the work of nabhi kriya. 2. You're opening the top of the foot, the top of the thigh, the front of the hip, the psoas, and unfold. Feet flat. One option is simply to turn your palms open. Another is to actually build a full bridge, lifting your hips, press your elbows down, tuck a shoulder, tuck another, stand in your heels, broaden your back. Set the block aside, interlace your fingers. You've made this shape in the chest, standing. So keep the strength in your arms and relax your hips and stand in your heels. Heels down, hips float. And as we've prepared the body so completely here for this shape, notice it when we practice today. This opening will be quite changed. And elbows wide, roll down. Step your feet a step forward, pause, hands on thighs, press away. and then pause. Draw your knees into your chest. Hold your shins. This will be exhale. Heels up, hands up. This will be inhale. Back to your shins. This will be exhale. Feet to the floor. Hands overhead, hips up. This is inhale. That's our flow. Exhale, rolling down. Hold the shins. Inhale, heels up, hands up. Exhale, hold your shins. Feet down, hips up, heart up. Exhale, make a ball. Let it be looser, freer. Let the hips roll off the floor. Heels up, hands up, inhale. And exhale, make a ball. Feet down, hips up, hands up, inhale. A bridge. And a ball. Staying here, staying here. Hands wide. And the knees drop to the right. And center. So we're going to go to the right 3 times. Shift your hips left. And then dropping right. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. Any tension in your low back, pop a block between your thighs. Use your arms too. Good. And as you come across, if you need to, you can have your second block underneath your right thigh. Giving you support, just finding a turn through the navel. Softening your inner thigh, softening your face, softening your left arm, left shoulder. Navel turns left. Letting your body become a little more receptive. And center. Set your hips into neutral. Set your block into the left side. If you've got a block between your thighs, keep it there, arms wide. After this, we drop into nabhi kriya. So hips up, move them to the right. And then knees over hips, dropping left for 3. Inhale up, just making our way in and out through the twist. Exhale. Little at a time. Inhale, center. Exhale, dropping across, chest is broad. Left hand on the right thigh. Hold the blocks. Allow your low back to soften. Use the inhalation to lengthen through your spine. Maybe turning the right palm open when you're ready. If this is your 60 minutes and this is the asana you came for, finish this twist. And then rest. Body long, the joints open, the lines complete and clear. That in this state of being, in your body, in your physical form, there's more honesty. There's a better perspective, a higher perspective. And there's a decrease in the sense of separation. Find center. Hips neutral, blocks aside. Resting here. Concluding our asana with care and grace. Chest is broad, hips are open, spine is long, and breath is easy. Knees to your chest if you're going on, or building your shavasana if you're staying. Rolling up, fold your blanket in half, front to back, building a seat, sitting tall. You'll take your blocks, put them end to end at the foot of your mat. And bring your palms together. Rub your hands briskly. Loosen your body. Welcome to your kriya. Hands become still, heart high. We're tuning in. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me, rising to meet it all. Outside and in, we are blessed, strong and clear. 3 times with me, inhale. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists, shake it out. So starting your playlist will be different this time if you're using it. We start at Atlas. We start at Atlas. You set your blanket aside. You come to lie down in the middle of your mat. Knees bent, toe tips to the blocks. Lift your hips, put your palms face down under your seat. And then draw your right knee into your chest and back down to the floor. And the left knee into your chest and back down to the floor. Alternating one and then the other. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, we go. And just land here a little bit longer, making sure that your spine feels safe and steady, feeling a little more ease perhaps in your hips. Excellent. When you're ready, the legs extend, inhaling up, exhaling down. It's a different thing to have so much asana ahead of us. So be kind and clear and move at the pace that you know to be right. Firm your legs, flex your feet. Any adjustment, your knees are bent. And you're tapping the floor with your toes. A further adjustment, you're in front of a chair or a couch and you're bringing your feet to the chair or the couch instead of the floor. Close your eyes. Soften any gripping in the hip crease, any gripping in the inner thigh. Chest is broad, eyes are soft and lips are soft. Three, two, one. Lift your hips, turn your palms open, widen your heels. On your inhalation, breathe down into the soles of your feet. On your exhalation, from your feet up, out through the nostrils, you're washing internally with breath. Shake out the feet, shake out the knees. Walk your feet in. Lift your hips, put your palms face down under your seat. Float your knees over your hips. Take your right toes to the block. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Steady. Find your way in. Work right here, or feet together, down to the blocks, or again, if you need to a couch or a chair. The next step for your hands, bring your palms together. Arms straight, body strong. Feet stay together. Eyes closed. Inhale up, exhale down. Work with bent knees or extending your legs. Seal your hands. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Becoming aware of our power. The choice after choice requires power to see it through. Sealing your feet together, sealing your legs together, sealing your hands together. Use these central lines to help your body stay stable. Three, two, one. Bend your knees. Free your hands. Hands out wide and palms open, legs long. Breathing into the abdomen, into the bowl of the pelvis, and back out. Bend your knees, walk your feet in, lift your hips. And then bend your knees and hands on shins. Let your hips wash side to side. Let your low back become a little longer. Shake out your feet and your knees. And then open and close your knees. Shake out any kind of tension you encounter so that the hips, back, knees and feet feel ready. Step one is a strap across your shins, holding outside the knees with your hands. Step two, wrap your inner arms around your knees, hold the strap a little bit shorter. And the final step is one hand holds the opposite wrist. Shake out the feet, the knees, wag the tail, and be still. Use your breath to open the upper back and the chest. Then no fidgeting, just a potent stillness. But that stillness continues to breathe. Releasing. Your arms open wide, your legs extend 45 degrees. Open it up. And then exhale, hands to shins. Take your time. Opening and closing. Start slowly. Explore what's possible, what's appropriate. To modify, keep hold of your left shin, open only the right arm and leg. And then hold chin. Open the left leg, left hand, and back. So opening one side at a time, eyes closed. Or when you're ready, 2 arms, 2 legs. allowing the gesture to hold you. Become so sweetly receptive to what's here for you. At the halfway mark here, determining if you will continue, or if you choose knees bent, feet flat, hands wide, legs may walk out, heels wide as well, staying. And your stillness is as important as continuing the momentum. If stillness is better, stay still, but commit to it. Commit to it. And let this momentum through you. Or if you're continuing, check in and notice any rigidity in your rhythm or your pace. And loosen for a moment. Do I quicken? Do I slow? As I settle into these last minutes, what do I need? Feel free. That there is a structure and a freedom all at once. Make sure they are both yours. Make it yours. Open and close. become a little more deliberate. See it right to the end. Three, two, feet down, hands wide and high, legs out long if you choose. Relax your hips, breathe down into the abdomen. Deep breath into the chest. Out the knees, up and down, out the feet side to side, open and close your hands, stretch it out. Walk your feet in. Bring your right knee to your chest, interlace your fingers over your shin, left leg long. And inhale, left heel high. Exhale down. In and up, out and down. You have built such stability, such consistency in yourself, in your choices. Left heel down, right knee back, stay. Changing sides, left knee in, right leg long. Roll your ankles, open and close your toes all the way out through your feet. And then inhale up, exhale down. Three, two, one. Knees to your chest. Roll it all the way up, roll it all the way over. Set your blocks aside. Hands and knees. Cat-cow, round your back, let your spine move again, move from your hips all the way out through the head, the way we began. Good. Work there or hips to your heels, finding child, rinse out the legs, the joints, rock forward onto your thighs, heart forward. Exhale, rocking back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Listening to your body, to your back, to your belly, to your chest. Two. Tuck toes down, down. Arms long, legs long, body beautiful, and listening. Carrying our story forward. Walk your feet to your hands. Bend the knees, hands to your hips. Stand up. Heels down, hands high, inhaling up. And hands to your hips, bend in the knees. Sit down. sitting down, heart is high, standing up. Work right from there, that pranic pump, folding and unfolding. When you're ready, hands down the backs of your legs. Feel the length from your heels to the tips of your toes. Move from there. Knees bending, soft, nice flat back. And as it opens, as your back is stable, your hips prepared, quicken. Be moved. Let it move through you, that you could be moved. That what is inside of you is made for motion. Blood, cells, digestion, thought, breath. 3, we are made for movement. 2, we are made of movement. Hands wide. I am a being of divine light. Created in light, supported in light, protected in light. Ever expanding my capacity for light. Right from the navel, in all directions, top, bottom, front, back, left, right, before, after. Out the hands, out the feet. Down to your seat. Pause your playlist. Hands on thighs. I am this. Sitting tall, body broad. That from all this potent possibility, we call forth sound. And the sound is har, H-A-R. And the sound comes from your belly, that when you say har, like ha, 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 right? It's coming from your belly. And we repeat this sound so that our sound moves through us in ways that our physical motions cannot achieve. And so that this current, this vibration is established in every cell, every tissue, every organ, every function, that we become possible in all regards. Work here, hands on thighs, or interlacing your fingers, hands straight out of the shoulders. 3, long, slow, 8, double time. If you've never done it before, right from the belly, you're just feeling the sound move through you. You're clearing the way so that you can name and say and do whatever you choose. Remove the limits of what you're willing to say. Speak up. Change your words. Establish something new. Hug, 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 hug. Hug, 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 hug. Hug, 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 hug. Hug, 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 pause. Release, sweep wide, inhale, up, 3 more sips in the mouth. Hook your thumbs, reach up, a little wriggle, reach up, reach up. Chin comes up, shake out your fingertips, your wrist, release your breath, your elbows, your shoulders. And down. I am this. Feel your body. Feel your energy. That it holds instruction as to everything you are here to do, to be, to contribute, to release, to experience, to become. Right hand on the chest, left hand on top, 2 hands high. Inhale, palms forward. Exhale, hands back to the heart. Inhale, exhale, in and out through the nose. It might get a little disorderly. If your shoulders are tight, just hands high and down. Shake it out. Go where you can go. Inhale up, exhale down. Hint of a smile. 5, 4, 3, 2, hands up high, 3 sips, go. Wide down, wide down, wide down. And tall. Feel your ability at the center of yourself. Feel where your pulse, where the locus of this sensation lies. I am this. Satnam. This is my truth. Stay seated 2 minutes or unfold, finding a full Shavasana. Just pause 2 more minutes and let it in. Deepening your breathing. Stay if you choose. If the time has come, the hands come high. Interlace your fingers, reach out long. Walking your feet in, hold your shins, and roll your way to a seat. Sweep wide, reach high. Gather your palms together. Gather your forces to your center. Inhaling. Regal and receptive. Bring it in. A last time. In your mind or aloud, repeat, I expand in success, abundance, and love every day. As I inspire those around me to do the same. Hands to the forehead, center. This is my source. This is myself. Sat Nam. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, we start the kriya to awaken the 10 bodies. Load your playlist. It's up on Spotify now. You'll need the same equipment, 2 blocks, blanket, strap, mat. Self. Thank you for a phenomenal 40 days of that kriya. Thank you for a wonderful Saturday morning. Roll your shoulders, shake out your hands. See you soon. If you missed it and you would like to have the link to the yin practice last night, it's up on marthamcalpin.com/RSVP and it says replay. There's a password right there because Zoom requires passwords now, so just pop that in. It's all right there. A really wonderful thing for a cloudy Saturday afternoon if you need it later in the weekend. It will remain. And I will see you soon.